Hello, everybody, and welcome to an interview with Cruz. Thank you
Hi,
for
how are
joining
you?
me.
How are you? I'm doing
I
good.
am good, thank you. How are you?
I am doing good. I am so excited. Thank you for this opportunity that you want to talk to me. I mean, I'd love to share my story. So I'm really glad that you reached out to me on Twitter.
Thank you for joining me now and being able to chat. So obviously, the first time I saw you, I'm going to get straight into a question I'm sure most people want to know, is on the SummerSlam kickoff show a few weeks ago when we saw you pop up. Greg Hamilton announced you. Everyone was like, who's this person? Never seen this person before. And he explained who it was, and we were like, wow, this person's really good. Who is this person? And then Twitter sort of blew up about it. And then I as I do, I write a list at the start of every month or towards the end of every month of people, hopefully, that would do an interview. And Rain very kindly was on that list and has very kindly joined me. So how did that sort of feel initially when he announced you? I'm going to get into how it started, but just for a little teaser at the start, how did it sort of feel when Greg Hamilton said your name and then the crowd sort of gave you a little cheer there?
It was unbelievable for me. To borrow the words from The Rock, it was an electrifying moment. That moment when I heard my name and I heard the crowd, and I remember I asked Mike Rome, "Hey, is it okay if I wave at everyone?" He said, "Yeah, it's fine. It's your moment."
Yeah.
So when he announced my name and I heard everyone and I got to wave, and it was such an incredible experience. I never thought I'd make it inside a WWE ring. That's always been my goal. That's my dream. And the fact that it was happening at that moment, to me, was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, until now, I still can't believe it.
So obviously for people that don't know, WWE announced, I think it was about a month ago, that they were going to be running a TikTok competition where you had to ring announce a lot of things. Tom Campbell, who I interviewed a few weeks ago, also entered. You also entered and you managed to win. So when you so you did ring announcing before that in the past, was that sort of, you saw it and just thought, I'll give it a go, see how it happens? Or did you think it would go this far to the point where you would win it?
I actually had no idea if I would win or not. I just knew that it was everyone's game. Just because I wasn't sure what WWE was looking for. I know they're looking for someone who loves WWE, and I strongly believe all of us do. We're all wrestling fans, WWE fans, but I wasn't sure what kind of ring announcer they're looking for. Are they looking for someone who has experience? As for me, I just started this year. SummerSlam is literally like my 11th event. And all my events, I didn't really ring announce at all my events. The other ones I would do backstage interview. So SummerSlam is technically maybe my fifth or sixth ring announcing event.
That's crazy.
I've done 11 events so far. And yeah, ring announcing, to be specific, SummerSlam will be my fifth or sixth. So that's why in my head, I was like, well, I'm not really experienced in terms of ring announcing. And I know people have said, oh no, she's already a ring announcer. I'm a rookie basically in the indie scene.
You didn't seem it, trust me, when we all saw it, because I sort of missed that bit because I was doing whatever, because I was doing this charity thing at this point, and it was like 1 a.m. at this point, and I just came back and I was like, oh, they've got a new person. And then I later realized that, oh wait, it isn't. So being your sixth job, I mean, that's just incredible to me. So when WWE decided you would win, how did they contact you?
I
If you
got a
can't say
message.
anything, then don't.
Yeah.
If you can't, stuff you can't say, don't say, obviously, and things. But
Oh, well,
however
no.
much you can tell us, tell us.
Yeah, I pretty much just got a message from them. It was it was around evening my time, like maybe 8:30, I think my time. And I got a message, or at least I saw the message around that time. And I just remember seeing the message, and then I just kind of like, it clicked in my head, because at first it was the moment of shock. Like I read the
Yeah.
message, and then I had like to pause, and I was like, and then when it clicked in my head, I was just like on the floor, like crying. And my husband saw me. He's like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" And then I showed him. I couldn't say anything. I just showed him my
Yeah.
phone. He's like, "Oh my God, like you got it." And I said, I don't know if this is." To me, at that point, I was just like in shock, because, you know, like I said, I wasn't sure what type of an answer they're looking for. And, you know, with my experience, I didn't really have that much experience. And I knew there were other people out there who did great as well. So I wasn't really sure if it would be me. And, you know, somehow they picked me. So I was just in shock. And, you know, to me, I didn't even know I could ring announce. I mean, it's something that I found out by accident that I can do. So the fact that, you know, back in March when I found out I can do this, and fast forward to like SummerSlam in August, it's just like, wait, what happened? I won this contest.
So when you won, obviously. So I'm guessing you didn't initially plan on going to SummerSlam, or was that something that you were planning on doing anyway?
Well, originally I was supposed to work that day, and I remember when John Cena like just came back. Was it Money in the Bank when he like
Yeah,
came
Money in
back?
the Bank, when the internet
And
broke and I streamed at 4 a.m.
yeah, when he came back, I was like, oh my God, he's gonna be at SummerSlam. John Cena versus Roman Reigns. I gotta go. But then I found out it's on a Saturday, so I was like, well, I guess I can't go because I work on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So I wasn't, the thought of me going to SummerSlam at first, I was like, nah, I can't go, you know, because I have to work. And
Yeah.
things changed for me when I won the contest. I was like, I'm not, there's no way that I wouldn't go. I had to find a way to make it.
So when obviously you were obviously going to go because you won the contest. So when you got there, so just talk me through that day and how it went in as much detail as you can.
Yeah, so my husband and I, we actually got there early, like around 8:30, 8:45. And you know, I met, you know, a bunch of people behind the scenes, people who basically they facilitated a contest, and yeah, they're so nice to me, very helpful to me. I actually thought there were two winners. So when they walked us in, I was like in my head, I wonder what time the other person's gonna get here.
Yeah.
And I asked, so what time is the other person gonna get here? And they said, which person? And I said, I thought there's two people, or there's two winners. And then they're like, no, it's just you. And I said, hold up. What? So in my head, and then they're like, wait, did we put too much pressure on you? And I said, no, like, I already can't believe I won. And then you're telling me I'm the only winner. Like, okay, like it just really blew my mind. Because like I said, there are other people who I thought they did really well as well. You know, and I congratulate everyone who basically joined the contest and put themselves out there, because, you know, in a world of social media, sometimes it's hard to, you know, share, you know, your talent or whatever, because we're afraid to be judged with, you know, how we're going to do and all that. And, you know, I commend everyone for not just everyone who joined the contest, but everyone who kind of put their content out there. But anyway, yeah, so I found out I was the only winner, and, you know, it was just like another shocking moment for me. I couldn't believe it. And then I found out the match that I'd be announcing, which ended up being Big E versus Baron Corbin. And so they gave me the details, and we had breakfast. Breakfast was like, the catering was really good. And, you know, at some point during the day, we did some rehearsals. That way I knew where to stand, you know, like inside a ring.
Not to interrupt you, but just to sort of say that. So when you say 8:45, as in the morning, what time did the doors open for the crowd and things, people to come in, just to give us a bit of, or do you not know roughly?
Oh God, probably not till, because the kickoff was at 4.
Yeah, the
So
kickoff was at 4, or it might have been 5.
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I want to say the doors open at 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that makes sense for my time working it out. Yeah, that because it started midnight my time, so yeah, that will be right.
Yeah, so
That will be 4. Yeah, that's right.
yeah. Yeah, so we had to rehearse at some point, just so I would know where to go in the ring. And then where to get like my microphone, who hands me the microphone or whatever. And it's really cool because I got the chance to, be backstage and meet a bunch of, superstars from past and present. And also I got to meet the amazing people behind the scenes who, I know we see like all the superstars on TV, but there's always like, people behind the scenes that make it happen. Also, that's really nice. Everyone's really supportive of me, and they ask me, do you need anything we can help you with? And when I remember I did my rehearsal, I did it once, and I got out of the ring and I saw Molly Holly, and she said, great job, congratulations. And at first I couldn't tell who it was. And then it kind of like hit me. I was like, oh my God, it's Molly Holly. And then, so that was really nice. Same thing with Bette Phoenix. She saw me, she congratulated me, but because they were all wearing masks. So
it was so difficult to tell people with masks and things like that.
Yeah. And at the same time, I'm meeting them for the first time too. So to me, it's like, I couldn't assume who the person was. But I have to, I have to say thank you to everyone in the WWE who actually walked up to me, congratulated me, because to me, it's like, they didn't really have to go out their ways to like walk up to me and say, hey, congratulations, great job, but they took their time. So that to me was really, a cool thing and such a priceless moment for me. Because everyone's like busy, there's like this big show, but at the same time,
it's bigger than WrestleMania this year, I would say. With the fans and with everything back, and it felt a bigger show.
Yeah,
just watching it.
And I think that's why I felt more comfortable, because everyone's just like, even though like that day was kind of like, okay, like this is something new to me, like I'm doing this new thing, like in front of like thousands of people, like they made me feel comfortable and made me feel like, just have fun. When I met Triple H, that's the thing that got stuck in my head. He just told me, just have fun.
Yeah.
Your thing and have fun and enjoy the moment. And that's exactly what I did. So yeah, it's such an incredible experience. Like, aside from winning the contest, I think there were a lot of priceless moments for me that, like I took with me after that.
So with SummerSlam, obviously you were there, and so with the seats, where were you sat? I imagine you were sat quite near the front as sort of a special guest that day.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I did not expect that our seats would be literally like ringside, like right behind the announcers. I thought we would just get like, like tickets, like hard cam section, like from ringside. But when we saw our seats, we're like, oh my God, this is amazing, which it really helped me out a lot because I was right behind Greg Hamilton and Mike Rome. And throughout the match or throughout the pay-per-view, they would look at me, Greg Hamilton would look at me, for example, and then, if I had any questions, like he'll answer my questions.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really nice. Cause again, I already did my announcing.
Yeah.
They're doing their jobs, it's a big event. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to be like, Rain, like here's an advice and this and that. They didn't have to do that, but they still did. So that was really cool to like be able to sit ringside. And then at the same time, like learn from these people who are actually doing it in WWE.
So when you were backstage, who did you meet? Was there any more than what you just said, or did you meet any superstars of today or past time? Because obviously a lot of them in producer roles and things.
Yeah, I met a bunch of people. I met Drew McIntyre. Oh, like I said, Molly Holly, Beth Phoenix, Liv Morgan. She's super sweet.
Oh, I can't believe I might have to walk now. Literally,
Oh yeah.
literally my favorite person. Her and Edge are my two favorites.
Oh my
Can't
God.
believe that.
She's super sweet, super sweet. Who else I met a lot of people, so like I'm probably like blanking right now. But I met The Miz. I met Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. And just like a bunch of AJ Styles.
Just all the names, isn't it?
It's a lot of people, to be honest with you, and not just like I said, not just superstars, but also people behind the scenes. So
Yeah.
and they really made me feel welcome. That I didn't feel like, oh my God, I can't talk to anyone. I didn't feel that way. It's like more of they saw me and they're very welcoming, not just to myself but to my husband as well. So that's really nice.
So getting on to the show at SummerSlam. Obviously, it was an amazing show, and the amount of mental things that happened, and you were there for them. Did you sort of backstage have a bit of was there rumblings of that, or was it just nothing got mentioned about it?
Nothing mentioned about it.
They were very
had no
close with that one.
Did not even see them backstage. No clue at all that it was going to happen.
It's just, so when you were there, obviously, I've only been a fan for 2 and a bit years now. Obviously, with the pandemic and everything, haven't been able to go to many shows. Going to my first show in 3 weeks, which is going to be amazing. WWE live event, a SmackDown one. So hopefully it's got a lot of people on it. It's going to be great. So I've never experienced like pops and things. With the Becky Lynch reaction, I don't know how many shows you've been to. Is that the loudest reaction, or was Brock bigger, or was Cena's bigger, or whatever you've been to?
Oh, it was a great reaction. I don't think that's the loudest that I've been to though, because I have been to a show here in California, in Los Angeles, actually. It's when SmackDown premiered on Fox.
Yeah.
It was at Staples Center, and The Rock was there.
Oh, and The Rock, yeah.
And that to me was like probably the loudest pop I've ever been in. It's amazing. It was crazy.
And then obviously we had Becky, and obviously we had Becky come back, and then we had the incident. Let's just describe it as an incident that happened when the crowd you were there. Obviously on TV they can slightly tamper with reactions and things. Was it shock? Was it excitement? Was it what's just happened? What was your reaction like, and what was the general reaction of the crowd?
I think, okay, so she came back, and we all got excited and all that, and then the match happened. I thought it kind of happened really fast.
Yeah.
And I think that's everyone's kind of like reaction to like, wait, what? Because I remember specifically that moment. I was trying to get my camera ready, and then it was already done. So it was like, wait, what? It just happened like that. I think that's what everyone kind of like felt. But then again, maybe the surprise already that she's gonna come back. They already got that moment of like, everyone's like cheering for Becky and all that. And so in a sense, it was basically like a matter of time for her to, quote unquote win. But yeah, I kind of wish that there was a little bit more during that match, because given that it was SummerSlam and it's Becky and Bianca, that would be like something great to see.
When it happened, I was like, right, I'm getting ready for a 20-25 minute thing. And the thing that came out through the dirt sheets and things that was, oh, she might not have been ready. and she was meant to come back 7 months down the line, and then they did it early because of it could have been because of a certain appearance of a certain CM Punk the day before. Obviously, that affected SummerSlam a little bit in a positive way, I think. But the fact, if she wasn't ready, they shouldn't have brought her back, and definitely don't put her in a title picture. Because I don't like Bianca. I'm going to be honest. I think in ring she's one of the best she's got, but I don't think she can do promos. And I think that's something that a lot of people feel. But 23 seconds for the biggest star you created in the pandemic is just not right, in my opinion.
You know, I've seen like moments, that's probably the second quick title change I've ever seen in person. Going back to that event that I was telling you earlier with The Rock showing up at SmackDown's premiere.
That was the Kofi one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh dear, I've blocked that out of my mind. I didn't think about that. Oh
so
dear.
When that happened at SummerSlam with Becky and Bianca, it was like, I felt like, oh my God, it was kind of like, it brought me back to that moment of like when Brock Lesnar came out and then basically, took the title away from Kofi Kingston, just like that.
Yeah, and then speaking of Brock Lesnar, he came back and did what he did, climbed up the wrong steps and had to do a massive jump into the ring, and then Paul Heyman went into a corner, and then that got set, and then he destroyed John Cena, and I don't think we'll ever see John Cena ever again. But how was that for you, seeing his last match ever, being a WWE fan, and the possibility that possibly is the right way for him to go out?
For John Cena?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like he's the type of person who would just like come back anytime WWE needs him, though.
Yeah.
So I don't feel that that's gonna be it for him, and that's how he's gonna go out. I strongly believe that at some point, if or when WWE needs him, he's just gonna come back. So until we hear it from him specifically, hey, this is my last match, I think he's still gonna keep coming back. It was really nice to it was really cool to be at SummerSlam, see John Cena. John Cena is one of my favorite wrestlers. When I first started watching wrestling, I literally saw John Cena and I was like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So to me, being at SummerSlam and seeing him face Roman Reigns, and honestly, I thought the match was good.
I thought it was brilliant. It had me 4 or 5 times with the finishes.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether that was me at 5 o'clock in the morning or that was me thinking, well, when he hit the AA off the middle rope, I thought, no one's kicked out of that. He's done.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, it's crazy because I went to SummerSlam thinking there's no way that John Cena is gonna win, because in my head, we have this character of Roman Reigns who is the head of the table. So what better way to make his character stronger than to defeat someone like John Cena? But while watching SummerSlam, there's a bunch of moments wherein I question myself. I think Cena's gonna. Like I said, big John Cena fan. I was thinking, oh, I don't think he's gonna win. But then there are moments wherein I think he's gonna win.
From a selfish point of view, because obviously I'm going to a SmackDown house show in 3 weeks, I thought, well, if Cena wins, then he's gonna be there, right? And that's why I got really excited about Becky, because being from the UK and stuff, Becky, Drew, Liv, Edge are all my favourites, I would say. Mm-hmm. And then the fact that Edge is going to be there, Becky's going to be there, Liv's going to be there. Cena obviously won't, but Roman will. And I was just thinking, there's a possibility, there's a chance. But the way SummerSlam panned out, I think everyone enjoyed it. There was low points, there was high points, and you were lucky enough to be there and have a lovely time and do a brilliant job of what you had to do.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, for me, it's such a high point for me because, like I said, I didn't think I would make it there. Originally I was thinking of buying like nosebleed seats just to be at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, was supposed to work, so I didn't end up buying my nosebleed seats. And then, and then I won the contest, and it's still so surreal for me. But also being able to like watch like the matches like that close, it's crazy. I never thought I'd watch a WWE match right next to a WWE Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, that's a pretty cool thing to have.
That's really cool. Because to me, I love Beth Phoenix, one of the women who became my inspiration to, find my way in the industry. So the fact that I got to meet her, and she's
Follows you on Twitter now. I was looking at that the other day.
What was that?
Follows you on Twitter now.
Oh yeah, that was very sweet of her, really. And I felt the support was like, it was very genuine, and like I said, that's how I felt comfortable, because everyone was just like supportive of me. Because it was a big stage.
Yeah.
Let's face it, it was a big stage for someone like me who had never been inside a WWE ring.
Yeah.
So, the fact that I had people who have done that kind of stuff and perform in front of thousands of people, made me feel like, okay, you're good, you got this. It's like, okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. When she came out for Edge versus Seth Rollins, at first I didn't know who sat right next to me. I was just like, because right before that happened, right before she came out, there was a fan who he saw there was an empty seat right next to my husband. So he went in front, and then security had to tell him, no, you're not supposed to sit there, or whatever.
Sorry, continue.
So when Beth sat right next to me, I was like, oh no, I hope security doesn't tell her to leave. And then when I looked again, oh, wait, it's you. So yeah, it was really nice to watch the match with her. I could understand why she was really nervous. She's watching like her husband, who's been through an injury before. So I was just trying my best to be like, okay, just zen out, you'll be fine. Relax, you'll be fine.
I mean, so in that section, I imagine there was quite a few people sat around there. Did you recognize anyone around the scene apart from Beth Phoenix, or was that sort of people were trying to keep themselves hidden from fans seeing who they were?
There were chairs close to the ringside area that were not basically for fans.
Yeah.
They're mostly like office chairs, and I know Molly Holly was there. And I didn't really recognize the other people, but the thing is, I wasn't looking.
Yeah. At that point, you're just enjoying the show. You're not there for looking around at who sat next to you.
Yeah, that is true. I was just there to enjoy the show. Obviously, in my head, when I first got there, I was like, okay, I have a task. I won this contest. I'm going to ring announce. I'm going to do my best. I know I'm going to meet a lot of people, but the thing that I wanted them to remember me would be, hey, Rain Cruz, she came in here, she ring announced, she got the job done. Yeah. I didn't want to see me as, oh, Rain Cruz, the fangirl, not that I'm not like, I don't respect their work and all that. I do, I really do. But to me, I got the opportunity, and I wanted them to see that, okay, Rain got here, she got the job done.
Going off that, I put a message out on a few things with the questions, and quite a few people said, have you signed for WWE yet? And I sort of laughed at that and thought, actually, that's a good question to ask, because, I mean, everyone said wouldn't be out of place, needs to happen, it's a missed opportunity if it doesn't happen. Would that be something you'd be open to?
To what, getting signed by WWE?
Yeah, I mean, that's quite a stupid question, but yeah, if the offer came in?
That's my goal, man. I hope that what I did made them feel like, okay, this person can get the job done. Maybe we should give her a shot. I mean, that's really my hope. But I'm also aware that, it's, to me, it's like, I had like a once in a lifetime opportunity, am hoping that that one time will become full-time somewhere someday, because I love ring announcing. So, you know, whether it be WWE or, you know, a different company, you know, why not? Because I love being in the wrestling world, and you know, as a ring announcer, if that's going to be like the role that I get to play, to be in the wrestling world, why not? So yeah, so hopefully, you know, one day maybe I'll get a call back from them. If not, I hope that other companies, you know, got to see me, and you know, they can find like a spot for me.
So with obviously you doing this, and to go on about the upcoming shows you've got, so just when this happened, did a lot of other companies contact you and say, we've got a thing here, would you be interested in ring announcing? Obviously you did some stuff before, or has that just continued massively? How has that sort of changed how many you do and when you do them and things?
Oh, my upcoming shows in September. So my upcoming shows in September, actually, I did have them lined up already, even before SummerSlam. For me, I try to do at least 2 shows every month, just to kind of get my, you know, myself out there and basically get my experience and all that. But actually, I actually am going to do, let's see, I'm doing 4 in September, I believe. Yes, I am doing 4 now in September. I ended up getting 2 more gigs in September after SummerSlam, and I do have other events in like the next few months as well. But yeah, I think, I mean, I'm hoping to get other gigs as well, like in other states. So I'm hoping I would get like that, you know, invitation at some point. But for now, like my gigs are just mainly here in Southern California.
I think it's only a matter of time till either a WWE and Impact, New Japan Strong and AEW, we turn on their show and you're doing the ring announcing or something in that capacity, because we know, obviously you mentioned you did interviews and things, there's bound to be someone of your talent and the natural stuff of it, a space where there's space for you to go in there.
Oh, I really hope so, man. Like I said, you know, everything happens for a reason. When I started in the indies back in February of this year, I was meant to just interview people. Like that was my task, interview wrestlers, you know. That was my first event. My second event in March, I got to the event 4 hours away from where we live. And I asked the promoter, so I'm going to interview so-and-so after the match, right? And he's like, oh, no, we changed your plans. And in my head, oh my God, we drove 4 hours to get here.
And they're going to say, we don't need you anymore.
I was like, I have to do something. Like, I can't just like leave. And so I said, what else can I do? Because I'm here. And he just said, we don't have a ring announcer. And I just said, I've never done it before. I can try. If you don't like it, tell me, I will never do it again. That was in March. And next thing I know, he would always book me as a ring announcer. And, you know, and like I said, I love every single moment of it. I love it. I love how I get to hype people before, you know, their matches. It's, you know, and people boo some of them. And I love that energy from the crowd.
Yeah, I know that was missed during the pandemic and everything, and it's a real change. One of my last questions for you, because obviously I'm going to go to bed in a minute, and also you've got to go. People that don't know, I don't know if I've mentioned in this bit, it's currently 11:30 my time at night, but soldering through. Got a couple more questions. So my sort of dream job is to do something to do with, whether it's backstage helping with the audio side of things, as in behind the scenes in the truck sort of thing, something on screen interviewing or ring announcing or something like that. For when you first started, what was sort of the many things that went through your head on how to get into that zone of doing it and how to do that sort of thing?
Like, what do you mean? Like in terms of like
mindset towards it and teaching yourself how to do it in that sort of way.
Oh, my mindset in terms of like being in front of people and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take it back to my first event in February 21. I remember, like I said, my task was to interview the wrestlers, right? So I thought I'd be like just on one side interviewing them, and my promoter said, "No, get in the ring." I was like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Yeah, just get in the ring so people can see you." And when he said, "So people can see you," I was
He's
like, "Oh."
no.
But then, I remember my first time in the ring interviewing someone. I was so mad at myself afterwards because I knew I was so nervous. I didn't perform the way I wanted to present myself. So I
Yeah.
remember same day at that event, I went to a corner and I literally just talked to myself. And I said, if this is something that you want to do, you need to be comfortable. It doesn't matter how many people are looking at you. It doesn't matter if there's someone there watching you. You have to be comfortable doing this thing. Because if your goal is to make it to a bigger stage, like WWE,
Yeah.
and you can't be comfortable doing your thing in front of people now, you'll never be comfortable in front of 50, 60, 70,000 people.
Yeah.
You're going to be at a bigger stage. So I told myself, you know what? That's kind of like the mindset that I have every event that I go to. If ever I feel like, oh my God, okay, I'm nervous. Now it's mostly, I turn that nervous energy into excitement because every event is an opportunity. Every event for me is my practice. Sure, I can practice here at home. I can ring announce here at home.
I mean, that would be quite weird, just walking around a house.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I can do it in my car. Sure, I can do it. But the thing is, it's different when you are inside that ring, when you are in front of people, looking at you. That energy is different. And my mindset now is just, you know what? They are here to watch the show. Sure, they might think, I suck, whatever, or they might think that, I'm great. But beauty is an eye of the beholder. But what I'm saying is like, I am blessed to have the opportunity to be inside a ring and do something that I love. And I'm not going to let my, being nervous, stop me from taking advantage of this opportunity. So that's basically just like my mindset that this is an opportunity. You should be excited. You get to live your dream.
Yeah. I think that's a nice way to end it. One last thing that I'm going to leave all your links to your Twitter, your Instagram, YouTube, and everything. Please go and check them out. It's been lovely chatting to you. And so you say you've got some events in September over in America. I'm guessing you'll be putting them out on social medias and stuff coming up. This is going to go out on Wednesday, I think, is my plan for when I'm going to sort of edit this down and make it hopefully not 40 minutes, about 20 minutes. I'm going to try and edit for, and then people can head over to your social medias and stuff, follow you, subscribe to your YouTube, and see where your journey continues.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, feel free to follow me on my social media. It's at Ringside Rain. That's Rain with an E. On Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and I'm on YouTube as well at Ringside Rain. Like we talked about earlier, I do have events in September 4th, first time ever at OCCW.
So sorry, I've just realized something. Is that with Franco Varga?
With who?
Franco Varga.
No.
Or am I getting a different event?
You might be thinking of a different event.
I'm thinking of a different thing.
Yeah. This one's going to be in Orange County at OCCW. September 12th, we have Mind Games presented by OCCW as well. And in September 24th, we have Friday night's main event presented by Venue Wrestling Entertainment. And I do have another one on September 18th, I believe. I still need to get the name from my promoter, but it's presented by Gold Coast Federation, but it's on September 18th.
If you want to go and see some wrestling, I'm sure you'll be putting the links out. Click the links that'll be down there probably, or there, or wherever they go on YouTube now. And it'll click that and it'll come up with all your links and go and follow you.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. I'll be posting more details on my social media as well. So if you guys are interested, we are here in Southern California. just send me a message on Instagram or post a comment on my post so I can see it. Because sometimes, people's messages go to my spam, like yours actually went to
Yeah.
spam. I think I'd see it better if you guys post a comment. So
I want to thank you again for giving me 40 minutes, which wasn't the initial plan, but we ended up chatting for quite a while, and I really enjoyed this. I hope you did as well. And hopefully we can do something down the line, maybe when you're in WWE, maybe in a few years, or however that goes.
yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, stay in touch. And again, thank you for reaching out to me. This is amazing that you're doing this. You're doing the interview. Like I said, we all have goals. Take
Yeah.
every single thing that you do as, look at it as an opportunity and as a practice. And this is this great way that you're starting now, you're producing content and you're interviewing people. So
Thank you. I will end the thing now if there's any last thing you want to say, or we can end it now. And I'll just stop the recording, you think?
okay. Yeah, for me, just thank you again for everything, just for having me. I really appreciate it.